Now,
Nice.
my number five pick is Tarzan from 1999.
Oh my goodness. I
I
knew this was gonna
freaking
happen because I'm like, that is such a great choice. And I'm like, why didn't I? Oh my goodness. Didn't even pop in my head.
I feel like for sure I'll have some of those moments
Oh
too where
my
you'll
God,
say
that's such
something
great.
and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't pick that."
Phil
But
Collins did not have to do all of that.
exactly, I was just gonna say that he did not have to go
Great.
so hard for a movie.
Top five, top five.
What is up, home slices, and welcome back to the Sub Media Reviews YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Now, typically over here at Sub Media Reviews, we review movies, TV shows, and other media that are 20 plus years old, and you can catch those episodes anywhere you listen to podcasts. But today, you're watching our top five video series where I invite special guests to join me as we count down our top five favorites tied to a specific theme. And today's theme, I'm very excited to talk about, which is our top five movie soundtracks. Now, joining me today is a fellow YouTuber who creates content around more modern media. Please help me welcome Jason from Screen Zen.
Hey
Jason, thank you
guys.
so much for being here.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course, of course. This is fun. Soundtracks, music, right up my alley.
exactly, exactly. Now, go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you and what your channel is about.
Yeah, so you can find me on primarily YouTube, but I also have TikTok and Instagram. So you can find me at screen_zen at each of them. And, pretty much the channel is about movie reviews, entertainment, news, and updates, as well as a bit of nostalgia, just for, some of the older people. So, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so this is my first time collaborating with Jason, but I am a fan of his channel. He does
Thank you.
more modern movies most of the time and does more short form content, and whereas I do more long form. So I recommend that you all use the links that I'll have in the description box to check out his channel and his social media right after this video. Now, before we jump into this list, I want to start with a quick warm up question. Since today's theme is all about soundtracks, name one song that will be on the soundtrack if your life were a movie, and what kind of scene would that song be playing over? Jason?
So I think I'm thinking my younger years.
Okay.
I was a little like not nonchalant about anything, but it was like I was just
Okay.
happy, and that's the song, okay, from
Oh, okay.
Pharrell. And I was just thinking about all the times that I'm either walking to a friend's house, going to the store, walking to school, whatever. It's like I can see that playing in the background,
Okay.
just being happy, um, not a care in the world, really, not worried about much, no job, no need for, all this stuff. So I'm going back to a time before bills, pretty much.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So,
Yes.
or, working all day. But yes, definitely that for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Because adulting is ghetto.
Yeah. Oh,
Adulting is the worst. Yeah, I
yes.
totally understand that. Okay, cool. Well, my pick is Me and Those Dreaming Eyes of Mine by D'Angelo. It's one of his
Oh, that's a
lesser
nice one.
known songs, but I just love the vibe of that song. It's one of my favorite songs. I could listen to it over and over again on a loop all the time. And I imagine this song playing over the opening scene of
Oh,
like the life of my movie, just to kind
mhm.
of set the tone of like I love the laid back groove. And even though I'm like I have anxiety, that's the type of life I want to live. It's like
Yeah.
the laid back
You
chill.
gotta, you gotta dream it,
Yes, yes. And that's the point of like, even though the song is more so about like seeing somebody in the club and like imagining yourself with them, to
Right.
me, I take this song to mean, in the context of the soundtrack, is like I'm a dreamer. I'm a person who, has big dreams, has aspirations, and that's a part of my life story.
Got it.
So
Wow.
yeah, that would be my opening song as the we go from a black screen to whatever the
Is that
first
the
scene
where
is.
the star goes over the Disney
Yes.
logo? That's the part. Okay.
Yes. Or
Yep.
the fisherman boy and
Uh,
DreamWorks, or
DreamWorks. Right. The
Yeah,
stars over the water. Paramount.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, for
Perfect.
sure. Okay, well, I'm really excited to have you here, and we're close in age, so I'm curious if we have any overlap in
That's going to be
our.
interesting. I'm curious too. Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. So before we start counting down, let's talk a little bit about our criteria, because I think the way we chose these soundtracks is going to say a lot about the list. I'm going to open the floor to you. Tell me about
Sure.
your criteria.
Yeah, so I have it all here. My criteria, I was looking at in like cultural impact, one,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
like because if you're talking about the best soundtrack or the best, right? It was like how deep did it actually resonate with people?
Mm-hmm.
And cultural impact, will say it all. Um, I said composition is important when I'm looking at the list, because it's like, was the music composed like specifically for the film,
Mm-hmm.
or is it curated? And if it
Okay.
was it artistically used? You know what I mean? So it's funny because I learned a lot about soundtracks when I was getting my list together. I was like, oh, curated. Okay. Um, but then also replay value. It's like,
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
am I going to get tired of it? You can't be the best if you're getting tired of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So those are the top three for me. And I kind of went choosing, the songs based on that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We do have a little bit of overlap in our criteria.
Okay.
So
Great
for
minds.
me, as a nostalgic person, nostalgia factor really is very important to me. So when I hear the song, can I visualize where we are in the movie? Like how do I see the scene in my head? Do I know, oh, this was a part, like how tied is it in my memory to, that particular movie? And am I transported back there? So that was very important for me. The other thing was longevity. Do the songs kind of stand on their own outside of the movie? Similar to what you were saying, am I going to get tired of them? Would they still be on a playlist today that I would listen to? And for the most part, these things would be, on a playlist that I would listen to. So those two things really help, guide my picks. I didn't think much about cultural impact, but I believe that everything that I have chosen does have a major cultural impact as well.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get into our list. We're going to reveal our list one spot at a time. My list is not in any particular order, but Jason, I believe you have ranked yours, right?
I
Number
did,
5 to
yes.
21.
So, yep. I'm
Okay.
going to start from number 5, work my way up.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, then we'll each share our number 5, then number 4, and so on and so forth. So I will kick us off with number 5. Now,
Nice.
my number 5 pick is Tarzan from 1999.
Oh my goodness. I knew this was going to happen because I'm like, that is such a great choice. And I'm like, why didn't I? Oh my goodness. Didn't even pop in my head.
I feel like for sure I'll have some of those moments
Oh
too, where
my
you'll
God.
say
That's
something
great.
and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't pick that.
Phil
But
Collins did not have to do all of that.
exactly. I was just going to say that. He did not have to go
Great.
so hard for a movie. It's really interesting because the movie came out, I was 8 or 9. This was my first real exposure to Phil Collins. I didn't really know who he was or anything. Phil
Yeah.
Collins has always gone hard. So like, his music is amazing. It's very drum forward, but it sets the emotional tone for the movie. Son of Man is actually my favorite. And some people argue that it's like a gospel song, which I'm like, if you sing it,
I never thought about it like that, actually. Gospel.
Even the title, Son of Man.
Oh, yeah. Right. It's like,
And
has a spiritual, yeah.
yeah. And
Almost.
the song talks about like letting your spirit set you free, things along those lines. And so there are some people one young lady in particular, I don't know her name or anything, that was singing it as if it were a gospel song. And I was like, you're kind of right. So that's my favorite. But Strangers Like Me, Two Worlds, You'll Be in My Heart, and then Trash in the Camp which is basically just banging on trash cans from the movie. It's all great. And I think Phil Collins did a fantastic job. And I just love that soundtrack. It's like the perfect blend of heart and adventure, and it underscores the action in the film really well. So freaking love it.
Awesome. All right. Wow. I wish I chose because I'm like, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that soundtrack. But I actually went with, and this is just based on me remembering like the first times hearing the music and kind of being enthralled. So I chose The Lion King.
Okay.
I chose The Lion King, but Tarzan's a great one. Anyway, but The Lion King is one of those things where the whole time I was in the theater, because I actually saw it in theaters.
Okay.
It was like I was like taken away to like the African savannah. Like everything about that movie was crazy good. But like Hakuna Matata, I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Like people till this day still say Hakuna Matata, and it means to chill out. You know what I mean? It don't work, right? Like people just
I have not heard it used colloquially, but I think that's hilarious.
Maybe the people I'm with, man, because maybe at work it was like Hakuna Matata, but it's like randomly,
Okay.
it'll randomly come into a conversation, especially the situation, and I'm just like, I don't like. It's been 30 some odd years, since the movie. So, people are still kind of saying that a little bit. But then you have like The Circle of Life, I Can't Wait to Be King. This is all like when you hear any of the songs, be prepared even. You're like, okay, I know what scene this is, or I know what's happening or what happened right before it, XYZ. So, I think that maybe even the remake of the live action remake brought some of these songs back to the, younger generation.
Okay.
But honestly, because it's Disney, like my kids, they've watched Disney, animation, so they know it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'll just think that generationally, people will know these songs right off the bat, so.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Cause when if you were around when Lion King was a thing, you may have children of your own now, and this is something you can share with them. So I think it's cool. It does have like a multi-generational feel to it.
Yep.
Okay, cool beans. I did think about The Lion King, and it's more of an honorable mention, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that later.
Tarzan's mine. Okay, we got the honorable mentions now.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about number 4. Jason, what's number 4 for you?
Yes, so this one's a little different. I chose 8 Mile.
Oh,
so
nice.
I dabbled in rapping a little bit, and Eminem is one of those artists that kind of transcends rap. It's like he almost pushes it forward. Arguably, he pushes it forward. Just with his lyrical skill. Okay. Now, 8 Mile, I remember when you're into like hip hop and things of that nature, especially back in the day, we were watching a lot of like rap battle videos.
Okay.
Back then, it was like YouTube was allowing you to do like only 10 minutes at a time. So what would happen is they would split, like round 1 would be one video, round 2, another, and then round 3. So I remember vividly just literally waiting, looking at, watching all day these rap battles. And then when Eminem came out with 8 Mile, which was literally a rap battle movie, really, we just went crazy for it. You know what I mean? But then the soundtrack to it is all songs from the movie. It's not like you hear a song in the movie and then you're not hearing it on the soundtrack. I actually had the soundtrack. There were some that were like unreleased, like background music, but they were still songs,
Okay.
And there was a lot of different, so the album was pretty much a collaboration of a lot of different artists.
Okay.
But like Lose Yourself was on there. You know what I mean? Like these are the ones that we know, right? And actually still has legs today. So that's why I put 8 Mile on the list, because Eminem is still doing his thing, or you hear, Mom Spaghetti every once in a while,
Yeah.
we know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So definitely had to put 8 Mile just because of the impact it had on me. And again, with the criteria culturally too.
Yeah, I love that. I didn't think about 8 Mile at all.
Mm.
When I think of 8 Mile, I of course think of Lose Yourself. So I'm not familiar with
Ah,
any of the other music
mhm.
that's on there. But I think that totally makes sense, and I think it's a interesting point you brought up about how it brought battle rap kind of to the forefront, like in
Right.
more on a national stage, whereas
Exactly. Yep.
generally it feels very underground, very niche.
Yes.
And a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know about it. So I think that
Right.
that makes a lot of sense.
It's and I kind of like that,
Yeah.
the niche underground
Hmm.
thing, because back then, we were listening to underground stuff that it was like these people were new and they
Hmm.
might not blow up, but they had a strong impact on the culture. And
Right.
like they did shows, they made their money on the road or whatever. Might not be on MTV or
Hmm.
VH1, but if you're into hip hop, like these are just people that you respected because of the
Exactly.
work that they put in. So for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think that's a fantastic pick. Well, awesome. Okay, number 4 for me
All right.
had to make the list. Waiting to Exhale.
Okay. Okay.
1995. Yes.
I don't want to. Okay. I was going to let you go because
Okay.
there's a movie that I was like, does it fit my criteria? But it's not that movie. But
Okay.
go ahead, because I don't want to spoil anything. Maybe when we get the honorable, I'll bring it back up. But
Okay, sounds good.
yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so Waiting to Exhale. I have done a review on Waiting to Exhale before on the Submeter Reviews podcast, so make sure you check it out. But this made my list number 1 because it's produced by one of like the best producers around, Babyface. I
Okay.
believe it
See,
was
I didn't know
co-produced.
that.
Yeah, and it was co-produced by Whitney Houston, who was also featured in the movie. And it was Whitney Houston who convinced Babyface to have it be an all women soundtrack. So all of the songs are by Black women, so it's just like Black lady magic everywhere.
Awesome.
And all of these songs have legs. It has a big cultural impact, has a lot of emotional depth, and there are songs that are more sensual. There are songs that are sad and angry, and like
Mhm,
it's like the
mhm.
the full range of emotions. And of course, it's people that we like, know, and love. We have Whitney
Wow.
Houston has 2 songs. Exhale, the Shoop Shoop song.
Oh, right.
Why Does It Hurt So Bad? And then we have Toni Braxton, who I think might have gotten her big break with the song
Mm.
that's on this album, Let It Flow. Of course, we have, you know, Mary J. Blige is Not Gonna Cry, and it's like, burn everything in the closet, Lover and Secretary song. We have Aretha Franklin, who sings a really emotional song called It Hurts Like Hell.
Mm.
Love that song. And then, of course, we have all of these other ladies that we still know and love to this day that are also on the soundtrack. We have Brandy, TLC, Faith Evans, Shantae Moore, Patti LaBelle. We have the, Friend anthem, Count on Me with Whitney and CeCe Winans. And one of my favorite songs on the soundtrack is my favorite version of My Funny Valentine. And
Huh.
Shaka Khan sings it. And it is so good.
Wow.
I just love it. And it's this whole movie is just amazing. And it's one of those things that's very interesting because Loretta Devine, of course, plays one of the 4 main ladies in Waiting to Exhale. And I recently saw her do a interview, I think with Jennifer Hudson's show,
Mm.
or Sherry
Mhm.
Shepherd, one of them, where she was talking about the impact of Waiting to Exhale. And she said that Waiting to Exhale was a precursor for other media that involved 4 women. And she included Sex in the City in that. And I was like, that's so interesting because I never thought about Waiting to Exhale influencing Sex in the City.
Right.
But, shows like Girlfriends, things along those lines. And I'm like, that's actually like really cool to see how long and how broad the impact of, this movie was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Loretta Devine, she has a long career,
Yeah.
Um, because that's where I remember her from.
Okay.
Waiting to, but then my family, they know her from the Netflix series, Family Reunion. So she plays the
Oh, okay.
grandmother
Uh-huh.
on that, right? But
Mhm.
they binged the whole thing, so that when they see her face, there she is. There she is. Interesting. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. And yeah, Loretta Devine's been around a long time. She's been doing it. So yeah, I would also love to see like a reboot or something, like maybe a Waiting to Excel TV show, something like that.
Yeah, I know. So it's like, do we? Because they could mess it up. Like, I don't know if you saw, because I did a trailer reaction for the Good Times show that they
Oh,
were trying
okay,
to do,
okay. Uh-huh.
and it was like a minstrel show. Really, it was like it was just like so bad. Had nothing to do with what Good Times
Hmm.
represented back then. So it was like very weird. Why would they would do that? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm very
They
cautious. Yeah.
they would have to really take care, yeah, to do it. And I also think if it was more of a kind of extension reboot, like maybe younger people,
Mhm.
their children, or
Right.
something along those lines, I think that it could be good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's move on to number 3. Now, number 3 for me was Soul Food, 1997.
Like, okay, it's funny because like I felt like I wanted to switch my list up just because you said Tarzan, right? But that's an honorable mention of mine.
Okay, okay.
That is an honorable mention of mine. That, like, Mama, that song alone it made me shed tear when I saw the movie.
Hmm.
I remember like listening to the song. It came on the radio. That's what it was. That
Okay.
song got popular, and they put it on the radio, and they were playing. I was listening to the words, and I was like, shed a tear. I was like, it's such a sweet song. It's like, what?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. It's really beautiful. And then one thing I think is really smart is when you make a song around some like a holiday or a season, and it just has
mhm.
longevity over time. One of the few songs that is like, Mother's Day, this is,
Right,
a Mother's Day song.
right.
Only like 2 other songs come to mind, really.
Yeah.
But this soundtrack is also produced by Babyface, so, made it
Babyface
to
was working.
he
What?
was.
He was
He
working.
was. And it is stacked with like timeless R&B. The songs, evoke the scenes for me. And of course, you mentioned Boyz II Men singing a song for Mama. One of my
Mhm.
favorites is Total's What About Us?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good.
love
That's
that
actually, yeah,
song.
that's good.
Also, Drew Hill. I love Drew Hill. And Drew Hill's We're Not Making Love No More.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
love that song. Me and my mom went to go see them in concert 2 years ago. I'll
Oh
probably
wow.
insert a clip here of me like singing this song to the top of my lungs.
We all my singers, all my singers. I'm treating our lovers best, and I see a girl so sad, 'cause
I freaking love Drew Hill. We have Blackstreet on the album, Outkast, Usher and Monica doing their version of Slow Jam, Tony, In Vogue, and we even have Earth, Wind and Fire September. So we have a bunch of hits here, both new and old, and I just love it. It's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. What about your number 3, Jason?
Yeah, so I went with another curated list.
Okay.
And it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, interesting.
Now, the reason I did this, because I was actually, before I was making the list, I was like, should I put curated ones? Because it's a bunch of songs together.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw this movie in the theater, number 1, by the way, like 3 or 4 times. So it was like, whoever asked me from like whichever friend group, like, hey, you want to go see? I said yes. Because I saw it the first time and I was like, I love this. You know, I didn't know what to expect. But then it kind of introduced me to James Gunn and his style. So the whole rock and roll 80s, you know what I mean? Style to it, I didn't expect that to be kind of the soundtrack to that movie. But it fit, and it just made them like badass. It was like just a little cooler, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just what they were going through. So, you know, like Jackson 5, like when can you hear like the Jackson 5 next to like a Bruce Springsteen or something? You know what I mean? Like, or Elton John, you know, it's so random, but the places that they were in the movie, I think it either elevated it like emotionally.
Okay.
I feel like it did what it needed to do for that movie. I absolutely loved it. And the soundtrack was probably one of the biggest parts of that.
Okay. I actually have not seen this movie.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm glad you were mentioning some songs because I'm like, okay, I have no frame of reference for what's actually on the soundtrack.
So they don't, I mean, because, you know, they don't actually call it a soundtrack, but it's called like Awesome Mix Volume 1. I'm sure you heard of that.
Okay.
But like Hooked on a Feeling, you know, Spirit in the Sky, I Want You Back is Jackson's. Let me see what else they got. So it's a lot, right?
Okay.
So, but they have the ooh child things are gonna. So it's funny because that song I actually heard in Crooklyn. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you saw that one.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? It was like callbacks to other movies that I watch. You know, so but.
That's cool. Yeah, I wasn't as enmeshed with the Marvel universe. Like I saw the big ones, and to me, Guardians of the Galaxy felt like second tier for whatever reason. So I was like,
you know what it was, and I'll explain why I liked it so much. Really,
okay.
It's because I was there for like Iron Man, right? So I was in the theater for Iron Man. I just kind of followed it all the way through. But when you get out of the Iron Man, Thor, you know, Captain America, this came out of left field because it was way different than like anything that we had before.
Okay.
So the fact that it subverted my expectations, one, and I enjoyed it, and it was a little bit more upbeat. That's the thing that did it for me. Yeah.
Okay. I think that makes sense. Yeah. A lot of the movies are like, the movies that preceded it were like a little more serious. Thor had like, some silliness. Thor,
it felt like a Shakespearean. You know, they always say you know Shakespeare. So I was like, you really felt it in Thor 1 before they kind of made the change. But he was like, oh, like, what's going on here? But yeah, just Guardians of the Galaxy just came out of left field, and I was like, oh, I recognize some of these songs, but where they placed it in the movie, I was like, okay, this is the action scene, or yeah, they're sad, so you know, child's playing, you know, to encourage them, you know. So
okay, that makes total sense. All right, let's move on to number 2. Jason, tell us about your number 2 pick.
All right, so we're doing Baby Driver.
Okay. I feel like this is on a lot of people's list. I'm not as familiar with it, but I think it's like
I encourage anyone out there, if you have not seen Baby Driver, I think you would enjoy. If you like action movies, because it really is it's an action movie, like bank heist type of deal, starring, you know, Kevin Spacey, and also has directed by Edgar Wright, you know, so it has some legs. And I think that, oh, and I'm sorry, the main person who plays Baby is Ansel Elgort. So you probably know him from like Divergent. He was in recently Tokyo Vice. I haven't seen that, but you know, I heard he did well in it. Anyway, so Baby Driver, just the music alone goes in rhythm with the film. So like the opening scene there, I think he's sitting in a car. He's the getaway driver, and he's listening to his earphones, which in the story plays a big part. I'm not going to spoil it. But as he's listening to like the music that's playing, you can see what's happening. But like the bank heist and people moving, walking down the street, all go to the rhythm of the song that he's listening in his headphones. And I haven't seen anything like that. And there's certain parts of the movie where he's just like picking up coffee or something, and he's happy he met a girl. And then like happy music plays in his earphones, and he's like twirling and dancing, but it all goes, you know, to the song or the what did I say,
rhythm?
Setting around him, like the people, the pedestrians. It's not La La Land. Like they're not doing a full dance number. I don't want you to think that, but just like the steps are to the beat. You know what I mean? Like they're sipping to the part where it's like I'm drinking my liquor or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it was like so well put together, the action with the music. I never seen anything like that. So I remember being in the theater and just like being kind of blown away that they were able to do that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I have never seen it, but I do enjoy a good heist movie.
Oh so yeah, I think you'll like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I may check it out. Cool.
And it's funny because I was thinking about it on the list, and there's no specific song that I can remember. I just remember what the music did in the movie. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's fantastic. I'll have to check that out and experience it for myself. Nice.
Pretty good.
Okay, cool. Well, my number 2 pick is Dreamgirls.
Oh, beautiful. Yes.
Dreamgirls came out in 2006, and I'm so excited because that means it's turning 20 this year. So I'll be reviewing it on my podcast, probably with my sisters, because Dreamgirls is something that we all share together and just randomly sing the songs and all of that good stuff. So I freaking love this movie. It was Jennifer Hudson's breakout, you know, opportunity, which is fantastic, especially for her because Jennifer Hudson's voice is like, it has that older feel to it, warmer, gospel infused voice. And it was perfect for this movie. I also think I'm not a big fan of Beyonce acting. But I do think this is one of her stronger performances. And I think one of the coolest things about this particular soundtrack is that the movie moves across maybe 12 to 15 years, and you can hear the evolution of the music throughout the movie and the soundtrack. And we have the, you know, girls group 1960s, and then they move on and you can hear a little bit of disco and more upbeat music as we move into the 70s. So I really love that about this particular soundtrack. And what's very interesting to me is that some of my favorite songs on this soundtrack are actually more like Eddie Murphy's songs, like Fake Your Way to the Top, Cadillac Car, Step to the Bad
the songs he
Side.
sings.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, he made songs. Hold on, he made some songs for this? Hold on now. Come on now. Like, I should have known Eddie did something. Like,
yeah, but for his character in the movie, like Step Into the Bad Side.
Oh, that's the song that stands out to me when I hear like Dreamgirls.
Yes.
Step Into the Bad Side. I think that was really good. Yeah.
Yes. I love that song. And there's like a big kind of praise break that happens towards the end of the song. It's so good. But of course we have the, you know, And I'm Telling You, you know, that song was popular on the radio. It's very hard for a song like that that's so slow and, you know, emotional and intense to have legs on the radio these days, because we're more into pop music, things that feel easy to listen to. And so to have that beat on the radio and kind of help revive the song from when the other Jennifer did it back in the day.
Mm.
And Loretta Devine, speaking of her, she was one of the original Dream Girls, which is cool.
Oh, okay.
In the original Broadway show.
Nice.
Alongside lady from Abbott Elementary, whose name I'm drawing a blank on, Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Oh, yes, Cheryl Lee. Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't she in Abbott
Yes.
Elementary currently?
Yes.
Okay.
And she can't remember anyone's name, which is which is appropriate. But and One Night Only, they do two versions of the song. Jennifer Hudson's more slow, kind of meaningful, like this is a one night stand and it can't go beyond this. And then we have you know, the Dreamgirls version, which is disco and upbeat, and it's like, let's have fun, this is our last night. And I love, you know, the two versions of that song and how they, same words and everything, but they really mean different things when you change the music, and that creates a lot of tension in the film, and it leads to like a bunch of other stuff popping off. I really enjoy this movie, and I can watch it over and over and over, and I'm really excited to review it later this year. Are you a fan of Dreamgirls?
I mean, yeah, I like the movie itself. So I'm not a huge fan of like dramedies, you know, like drama type stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, the story was good, and I knew that it had like originally been on Broadway. But so I think that the movie with Beyonce Hudson, I think that was the better, or to me, in my opinion, because I do like seeing it on the silver screen. I think that was the version I would, you know, tend to watch more.
Okay. I'll ask a kind of sidebar question real quick.
Sure.
There is a theory going around that Black people don't like musicals. How do you feel?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. First, I haven't heard that. One. And
Really?
two,
Okay.
I love musicals. Like, it's funny because it's like I feel like I'm the only one almost, because it's like a lot of people, like friends, even on the Discord that we're a part of, like they tend not to like the musical, but if the songs are good, you know, they just can't be a bunch of boring bad songs. You know, so it depends on the musical, I'll say.
Okay. It's interesting because Bob the Drag Queen did a street interview series, and he was asking kind of random Black people on the street, like, hey, why do Black people hate musicals? And some of them were into musicals, some of them couldn't even name three. Like, you know, it just kind of depends. And I think a lot of it has to do with exposure. Who can afford to go to the theater, where the theater is located. And then the other part is the subject matter. Is there representation? If you ask us if we love Dreamgirls, yes. Like, look at who's playing it, right?
Exactly. And so, not to cut you off, but just as you were talking, the classic Black play, I actually saw this years ago with my now wife, Porgy and Bess. Like, that's one that's like really a classic. You know what I mean? But yeah. I never heard. Sure. Yeah, because I didn't think that was a thing. That just like Black people don't like musicals. Like, well, I love them. You know, I'm okay.
I think they're okay.
Good musical, yeah.
I think you have a point about like which ones resonate. Like, it. I don't know, just breaking out into song. You know, for no reason. It's like the music has to be right, and the subject matter has to be right as well. So, yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's move on down to number one.
All right, here we are. It's my go, right?
Sure. Go ahead. Go for it.
Let's do. It's going to be a Black Panther.
Oh my God. Now I'm mad.
So number one, Black Panther. Literally all of it done by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my gosh.
So this one just made sense to me. And now that I'm talking, I noticed there's a lot of like Marvel, you know, stuff, but I was like, I was shocked by all of these things, right? But Black Panther was special in itself as a film. But then they tell us that Kendrick Lamar is literally making all the songs for this. I was like, oh, okay. A little sugar on top, right? But this is one of those things where when you listen to the soundtrack of the movie, it's literally an album. It's literally made like an album in the studio. All the Stars Are Closer, and some other things. So even if you listen to the album itself, I'm certain that some of those are like background songs that they have playing. But their songs still, just like I said in 8 Mile, they're songs of their own. You know what I mean? It's not just the score or the instrumentals. You know what I mean? So I was listening to that a lot. So when we're talking about like on my list of best, I had to put it down just because I replayed it so many times, and got introduced to other like Afro beats and other artists that I didn't know, literally from this one album, So I had to put Black Panther up there. I love this film. And
didn't even think about it. Oh, I think that's a fantastic pick. I freaking love Kendrick Lamar. He is the only rapper whose concert I've ever been to. And not that I'm an avid concert goer, but I went years ago. It had to be like 13-ish years ago. So
okay, wow. Yeah.
Before, was it To Pimp a Butterfly came out? Before that.
Probably before that one? Okay.
Only one major album, Good Kid, Mad City, was out at that time. And I loved being there. Me and a friend went, but like the environment was the other concert goers, like multiple of them had to be removed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. And
it kind of made sense.
Yeah. And I'm like, this might be the last rap concert I go to, but it's fun to say I was here, and it was great. And that was back when like the 4 of TDE were really like doing their thing.
Oh my goodness.
So they were there too.
Black
J-Rock. Yes.
Yeah. They call themselves Black Hippie. I kind of lost hope that they would do a Black Hippie project together again. Because, Schoolboy, once Schoolboy blew up, that's when because Kendrick was already getting big. Schoolboy blew up, Man of the Year was, his main song on his second album. But I have both his albums, J-Rock and Absol. Absol, I'll be honest with you, I don't think he rose to the occasion or even, I don't want to say level because everyone has their own levels, but I don't think he rose to the quality of like a Kendrick or a Schoolboy Q, or even a J-Rock actually. So I'm sorry to say that, but together they are great.
Yeah. I did listen to, J-Rock was the only person whose music I didn't listen to as much. I actually did dig into Absol. I listened to Schoolboy Q's first album quite a bit. But J-Rock, one of my favorite verses on Good Kid, Mad City, Ain't No Turkey on Thanksgiving,
Oh yeah.
Love it. Yes. Okay, cool. It's Kendrick Lamar. I freaking love him. And love him even more with all the stuff with Drake and like just
I'm the one that was like explaining to my family what was going on. I was on it. I was like every song,
Yeah, last night I went to sleep to a video that was just documenting the whole beef, like from beginning to end.
Yep.
I love
was it
watching...
one of those 2-hour ones?
Yes.
Like an hour or something like that? Yeah. I've seen those. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. All right. Let's move on to my number 1.
Awesome.
And speaking of Black people don't like musicals, it's Little Shop of Horrors.
That's great. Because I didn't even think about that either. That is good.
I love
Tisha Campbell.
Yes.
Come on.
Sheena Arnold. Yes. So this for me is kind of a childhood classic. Me and my sister would watch it. My mom owned it on VHS.
Yep.
And it was kind of rare that we would watch it all the way through. We would kind of like fast forward to our favorite songs or like favorite parts. And I actually was kind of scared of this movie because Audrey 2 was like freaky. And had that, crazy voice from
Yeah.
One of the Temptations. You know, it was freaky to me a little bit, but
Yep.
we would fast forward it and rewind it to our favorite parts, and most of them were where the three girls were, you know, helping move the story
Like
along.
where they like the cut scenes almost.
Yes.
Like when they were moving on to the next scene, you just saw
Yes.
them and they sang, and then you go to
Yep, and they were helping transition things. They were kind of
Transition,
like the muses. There's a word for what they are in the story, and I just can't. I don't know that word. But they're like the muses were in Hercules.
Yes.
And they come to help move the story along, maybe give some background, sing a few songs, and I just love that. And I think that's another part of why this is this is a musical that is an exception to the Black people don't like musicals thing, because we do see some representation, even in the voice of Audrey too, which was voiced by One of the Temptations. I'm not sure which one, but he did a fantastic job. Some of my favorite songs, Skid Row.
Oh, Skid Row. That might
song.
be my favorite, actually.
Even though it's like there's sadness and there's, you know, you can hear like the grief. It's haunting.
The vocals on it was just so beautiful. I'm just like, oh man. And I remember the scene where it was like a downtown when they start whispering, and then you see all the homeless people like on the thing. I was like, that freaked me out. I wasn't ready for that one. Like, forget Aubrey, you know, Aubrey too. That was the scene. I was like, let's get past this. Hold on now.
Yes, exactly. But Skid Row, Somewhere That's Green, Supper Time, which is like one of my favorite moments from the girls. They are like harmonizing kind of in the background. Mean Green Mother from Outer Space. And of course the title song Little Shop of Horrors. Like it's all, you know,
that was
fantastical.
that was a great title song.
Yes.
That was a great title song. And you know what? I don't know if the movie came first or the Broadway.
Broadway came first. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty
sure. Because I was like,
Broadway
that sounds
first.
like a Broadway. You know what I mean? Like a big. Here we are. This is the name of the show. So yeah. But it was beautiful. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Broadway came first. And at some point in high school, I came across in like my theater class a script from like the play, and I took it home and I like read through it that same night.
Oh,
and I
wow.
was like, oh my gosh. And there is an alternate ending, and I'm so glad that they ended it. Like the play actually ends differently than the movie ends.
I see.
And basically the alien wins.
Oh, you're probably trying to make a sequel or something, right? You know?
Yeah, I am not sure, but I love that movie. It has a lot of nostalgia for me. Me and my sister will randomly just break out singing it together. It's just it's amazing. It's one of my faves. Okay, cool beans. Well, I really enjoyed all of your picks. That was like a really fun...
Thank you. No, you threw in some curveballs too. I was not expecting Tarzan, man. and even Dreamgirls, because I was like, oh, like, you know.
Yeah. So we had no overlap, is that right?
Did we not?
I don't think so. I don't think we had any.
I don't think we did, actually.
Our two lists. Okay, so we got 10 unique soundtracks between us. Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, I assume that narrowing it down was hard. We talked about it here. Do you have any honorable mentions that didn't make the list?
I do, and most of them came from just us talking right now. So I mean, honorable mention for me, Soul Food definitely there. But in terms of like musicals we were talking about, I think because I was also raised on VHS, so Roger and Hammerstein musicals. And it depends on what you're talking about. Because so I was into some more than others, but namely, and I think the first thing that comes to your mind is Sound of Music.
Impossible. No.
But no, Cinderella too.
Yes.
See? And so like even that's why I said like Roger and Hammerstein, because it's like multiple. But like definitely Cinderella with Brandy and come on now. And it's funny. I don't know if you watched Descendants at all.
No.
I have kids, so I'm able to kind of
Okay.
do that with no shame, right?
Okay.
But like they brought back Brandy's Cinderella as
Mm.
the mother of whoever was playing Cinderella, in the
Okay.
Descendants. Anyway,
Nice.
little side note, but like, South Pacific, I remember just popping these movies in as a child and just watching them eating like cereal. You know what I mean? Just something to do at my aunt's house. So, but another one, I'll lump these into two as well, but Sister Act.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Sister
that
Act
is so
1 and
good.
2.
Uh-huh.
Like number 2 mainly because I felt like as a child it was younger, you know what I mean?
Yes. Uh-huh.
But the Sister Act number 1 was just as good, but there was more of a hip hop flavor to number 2 because they were dealing with children.
Right.
So I have to say Sister Act 1 and 2. Lauryn Hill, like, come on, man. Like, she's one of my favorite female vocalists. And, yeah, sometimes I still do the moves randomly around the house. It's like joyful, joyful. Like, you know what I mean? Like just randomly doing the dances.
That's hilarious.
So I had to put that on the list.
Yeah. Sister Act is such a good one. I have reviewed Sister Act 1 and 2 on the channel before.
I gotta check that out. I haven't seen that video yet.
I didn't even think about it, but it is very good, particularly the second one.
Yeah, number 2 was
for me.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh, those are really good honorable mentions. So for me, you mentioned one. You had it on your list, The Lion King.
Yes.
Of course, Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I just can't wait.
Oh my God, can you feel it? Elton John, man.
Just out here killing it.
I don't even know if anyone else, like if I heard it from someone else, I'm like, yeah, it's a cover, but they didn't do what Elton did. I just personally just.
I totally agree with that. Yeah. So Lion King, I was very young when Lion King came out. Was it 93? 90?
I think it was 95.
Was it 95?
97. I don't know.
Was it that late? Was it?
It's like, I think it was 95 or 6, 7. I know it wasn't 6. It was either 7 or 5. You have YouTube up, Google up?
I got it. 94. June.
That was 94.
15,
okay.
94.
Okay. So I was pushing.
I was 3. So I basically kind of grew up, hearing these songs, watching the movie, so much so that we actually kind of got sick of it. But the songs still have staying power. So just love that. That.
Awesome.
An honorable mention to the second Lion King, Deception.
Oh, so that's Deception's a song from the second one that I just like always, right? Like, yeah. So even when it's funny because me and my wife, when like the kids do something like Deception, we like sing it to ourselves.
Disgrace.
Yeah. So,
that is hilarious. Okay. The other honorable mention for me is Love Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
I really enjoy a lot of songs from that particular one. I actually prefer the soundtrack to the movie. I think I have reviewed the movie before, and it's like a little toxic, for modern standards. But it's an honorable mention for me because the song "The Sweetest Thing" that the refugees in Lauryn Hill do on that album was actually the first dance me and my husband did at our wedding.
Really?
Yeah. So we did our first dance to that song. And it also has a Maxwell remix to something. It's called the Mellow Smooth remix to that song. And it's so good. Freaking love Maxwell. And then of course the, Penny with a Hole in It, that song that was very, popular and made for that particular movie. So yeah, those are my two, but I will add the, Black Panther, which I totally.
Yeah, Black Panther. I was like, everything on that thing was a banger. I was like, oh man.
Did you even like Future's verse?
So you're talking about Control, or what was the track?
Oh, I'm not
I forgot the
thinking of
track,
name of it.
but it was the first thing that kind of kicked off the beef. Are you talking about that one?
Is that right? I know
Because
Control is the one that, but I didn't know it was. Was it on the Black Panther
well, so
soundtrack?
he had beef with Drake for a little bit, like even if he
Uh-huh.
didn't say it. But what was it? Like that. I'm sorry. So I'm
Okay.
getting the track right. Control was an older right before he blew up actually, or what made him blow up actually. But like that with Future, I don't know what he said, but it was like that started the whole beef. Kendrick's verse started it all.
I'm trying to find a track list, and I can't. I don't have one right now. But yeah, All the Stars. I can listen to that over and over, like all the freaking time. I love that song. Yeah. Okay, well, cool beans. This was like really fun. It was such a fun list to put together. I really enjoy talking about music and start all of my podcast episodes off with singing a song because music just it is a great accompaniment when we think about media and movies, and it's a great way to extend the impact of a film beyond the film itself. So a masterful soundtrack can really like take a movie to the next level. And speaking of, I feel like that's what it did for Love Jones. If I'm remembering correctly, Love Jones was almost an indie, niche film that didn't have a long run in theaters, but it was the power of the soundtrack that actually got it back in theaters so more people could see it. So, if you do the soundtrack right, you make a more lasting impression. So
Exactly.
I think it's kind of a big deal. Thank you so much, Jason, for joining me. Okay, Jason from Screen Zen. Thank you so much for being here.
This was amazing. This was very fun. I had a blast.
Awesome. I did too. I enjoyed all of your picks. It was, of course, me, smacking myself on the forehead for not picking.
I mean, you're gonna make me throw on Tarzan again, just because it's so fun.
Exactly. So. You know what? I think it might be a good album to put in the background when you're like cleaning the house. Like,
yeah, for sure.
It could be something good. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put the links to his channel and social media pages in the description. And Jason, do you have any final thoughts before we sign off today?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I had a blast just talking, with you about soundtracks. This is something different than what I usually talk about. But if anyone wants to watch any of my videos or, see what I'm about, YouTube at Screen_Zen, and that's across all platforms. So, come and join the channel. That'd be great.
Yes, you all make sure you go ahead and check that out. All right, listeners, we want to hear from you now. What are your top 5 movie soundtracks? Drop them down below in the comment section or hit us up on social media. We're all over the place. We're here on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and we're also on TikTok. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next top 5 or other podcast episodes. It's a new year. And we have a lot more exciting things coming your way. So next week, I'll be dropping my 20th anniversary review of Glory Road, which is one of my favorite movies from my teenage years. And I kind of wore that DVD out. So, and as a person who's not the biggest fan of sports movies, that's kind of saying something. So stay tuned and check it out anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thank you all for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.